Good morning, all of you. Can you hear me? Can you see a screen? I think it is a little bit. Yeah, now can you see? India and Britain free trade unlock new opportunity. Can you see that? Okay, so if you want, I'll increase the font. Okay, so basically it's about there are good economic and strategic reason for FTA, that is free trade agreement with both countries, Britain and India. Okay, particularly Brexit. What do you mean by the word Brexit? Brexit means, okay, after the Britain has come out of the this one, what do you say, European Union. Okay, so we need a separate free trade agreement. Okay, in this regard, can anybody tell me what is the name of the trade agreement we have with the European Union? We have one trade agreement with the European Union. What is the name of the trade agreement? Who can tell me? No idea. Done. I think it is BITA or BTIA something. Is it? Can anybody confirm that? Do you remember, guys? BTIA or BITA? Some broad-based trade agreement, trade and investment agreement. Trade and investment. So BTIA should be BTIA. Check it. That is with the European Union. Now this is they're asking for Britain separately. Okay. They met in the middle of the political. So one of the common thing we say is here when you talk about Britain, right on, shared political will, okay, is required. Determination is required when we talk about this one. Basically the leadership, okay, prime minister of both the countries. Okay, what is the ambition? Right on, the ambition is to double the bilateral trade by 2030. Okay, this was the declaration done by both the leaders. This was the declaration done by both the leaders. This was a declaration done by both the leaders. We can double the bilateral trade by 2030. Okay, which total 23 billion pound. Okay, it is not US, it's a pound. Okay, they directed their government to take rapid actions to reduce barriers. So this is something often we'll talk about when we talk about international trade. We'll talk about this barrier to trade. Barrier to trade. Okay, what is this barrier to trade? Barrier to trade means you have a lot of duties are there, taxes are there. Those are known as barrier to trade. Okay, sometimes we will use the word non-tariff barriers. Who can tell me? Okay, non-tariff barriers. Non-tariff barriers. There are certain things known as non-tariff barriers. What is that? What do you mean by the word non-tariff barriers? In India. Non-tariff barriers. Non-tariff barriers. Okay. Now, so there is a lot of barriers to trade that has to be reduced. Okay. Then and to complete the groundwork necessary for this one. Okay, by the end of 2021, okay, we need to, I don't know why this is 21, it's already we are 22, begin work. Okay, I think we started this in the end of the FTA between India and UK. UK means Britain. Okay, beginning, those words have now been made real. Both governments have already taken action, and for example, unlocking the export of British apples to India. Okay, please write down, we are going to get British apples in India. Okay, enabling greater number of Indian fisheries to export shrimp to UK. So what is the trade happening between this food item? Basically, what is available in India, okay, because of the climate of India, and what is available in Britain, okay, based upon that. So apples, normally we get apples from USA, okay, that is very common, but now we are going to get apples from Britain also. Okay, so that is the plan, and we are going to sell our own shrimps particularly. Okay, shrimps means what? Chemin. Okay, that will be sold to Britain through the export. Okay, so that is a plan. Okay, a small but meaningful step by which both countries have demonstrated. Don't afraid, don't. It's not a Russian aircraft. It's an Indian aircraft only. We are not in Ukraine also. Don't worry. I am near to naval base, so this and all aircrafts will be flying often. Have demonstrated that they can take concrete action. The big next step was to launch. Okay, now we have done some kind of trade has been started already available. Now we have to have an FTA negotiation, free trade agreement. What is free trade agreement? We will not have any barrier for the trade. That is known as free trade agreement. We will not have any barrier for the trade. That is known as free trade agreement. Okay, no barrier for the trade. Okay, understood. Okay, January 13, 2022 in Indian Commerce Ministry. So they are announcing. Okay, nothing happening on concretely, not happening, but they keep on. They keep on up. The opportunities are free presents, however, bigger and both. Okay, now what is the problem in the negotiation of FTA is both are differently developed country. Okay, India is one of the developing country, whereas Britain is a developed country. That is one challenge. Okay, so second is Indian economy. Okay, and their economy. Indian economy may be a little bigger than the UK's economy. That is, but however, I see that is an opportunity. For example, if both are equals, then what to sell? For example, India and Pakistan, they cannot be trading because both are manufacturing the same thing. They both are growing sugar, both are growing onions, both are growing same basmati rice. So you write down there's an opportunities also there. There's a challenges also there. Okay, that is both are of different development stages. Both are of different size of the economy. Okay, business in both nations. Before looking into the future, let us present. Okay, now this is one thing you have to write down. 600 UK companies in India employing more than 3,20,000 people. Please write down. Can anybody give me one example of UK based company in India? UK based company. Is it possible? Come on, yeah, participate. Yeah, simply sitting. Okay, I can see many people are there. I'm asking how many questions I'm asking. BTI, I'm asking this one, that one. No answer, nothing. Simply sitting. I don't know whether you are taking notes or you are watching this class as if Joji is watching the ILT classes. Okay, I think all of you sleeping. Okay, example, look at this. Barclay, okay, which has its biggest office outside London is in Pune. Okay, Barclay, what does Barclay do? What is that sector they operate? Hindustan Unilever. Okay, see, this Unilever, actually, a lot of people think that it's an Indian company. See, Unilever is the company, and wherever they go, they attach their country also. For example, Pakistan Unilever in Pakistan. Okay, like this they have got. Okay, so that is actually not an Indian company, as are those by consumer goods chain. Okay, headquartered in Mumbai. Okay, so Hindustan Unilever. Okay, all these are exam. But however, India is actually promoting Atmanirbhar Bharat. India is promoting Atmanirbhar Bharat. India is promoting Atmanirbhar Bharat. Atmanirbhar Bharat. Okay, in the history of India also we had similar movement. Who can tell me when was that movement? Atmanirbhar Bharat kind of movement in the history of India. Atmanirbhar Bharat. Okay, India has also invested a lot in the UK. Okay, right now India is already a big investor in UK. Okay, especially in the dynamic sector such as fintech. What do you mean by the fintech? Financial and technology together. This is fintech. Okay, electric vehicles. Okay, electric vehicles and all we have already invested in UK. Okay, India was UK's second largest source of investment in terms of number of projects. Please write down this. Please write down this. This can be asked as a question. Okay, in the number of projects, I'm not talking about the total amount of the investment, but rather number of projects. Okay, number of projects. If you look, okay, India is having the second largest number of projects. Second largest number of projects. Okay, last week both Esther Group and Ola Electric announced. Okay, that is okay. That is all need not okay. Okay, now this is what I was saying. Brexit. Okay, that is having left the European Union after 47 years, we are building a network of like-minded democracies committed for freedom. Okay. So UK is no more. Okay, UK is no more in the European Union, and thereby we need a separate treaty. If they are in the European Union, we no need any treaty and all. Okay, simply what we'll do, we'll just have a treaty with the European Union that is applicable to the these people also. Okay. The Indian government is showing its determination to agree to a new set of trade deals, and it's not coinciding with the global situations. Okay, so one thing what we can get from UK is their capital. Okay, capital means fund. Okay, they can also invest in India, particularly in startups. Okay, particularly in startups. Okay, that is one thing we are looking for. Okay, startups. Okay, startups. Okay, startups fund from the UK. Okay, then. Okay, then there's this one. So what do we need actually? Low barriers, okay, coupled with greater regulatory certainty. Okay, it is not uncertainty, certainty. Okay, that means write down stable policy, stable and predictable policy. That is what the budget mantra. This year's budget mantra, if you look at, it's a stable and predictable, stable and predictable, stable and predictable policy is what we are looking for. Stable and predictable. Okay, there are good economic reasons for agreeing to agree. There are special discussion. Okay, not much as such is there in the content wise. Okay, but some points you can take up. Okay, what are the points you can take it up? Like what are we exporting from India to Britain, and what are we importing from Britain, that you can say. Okay, then some examples of companies from UK. Okay, and they have withdrawn from European Union, and thereby separate separate treaty is required. Okay. And both are aspiring to become a to make the trade double in 2030. Those are the points you can take up. This was published in, I think it was on 3rd of February. Okay, 3rd of February. If you want, you can refer this newspaper, Hindu. Okay. Yeah, any additional points? I don't know. Nobody is there in the class. I really doubt anybody is there or not. Yeah, can you see the second imperial excess? Can you see? That's only editorial. You can see. Will it visible? Imperial excess. Okay, so this is related with the Constitution of India. Okay, who can tell me what is the eligibility to become a governor of a state? What is the eligibility to become governor of a state? Who can tell me what is the eligibility to become a governor of a state? No idea. Okay, anyway, I don't know why you guys are not replying. I don't understand. 35 years of age and should be an Indian citizen. Only that is this one. There's no any other eligibility given in the Constitution. Okay, and moreover, governor is an appointed only, not elected. Okay, appointed by president. Appointed by president and hold office till the pleasure of the president. Okay, till the pleasure of the president. hold office till the pressure of the president. Okay, now what is this? You have a lot of frictions are happening between governor of state and the chief minister. You might have got an example from Kerala itself. Okay, Kerala itself as an example. So let us understand what is the role of governor. Okay, so whatever we say, okay, see, we can say that we are democratic and all, but as far as state is concerned, governor has got little more upper hand than the chief minister. Write down that. Okay. As far as state is concerned, governor has got little upper hand. He can do whatever he wants. Okay, according to the constitution, he is empowered. He is empowered. Okay, it is the governor who has got discretionary power. Okay, he can remove the chief minister also whenever he wants. Okay, and he can impose, like he can recommend state emergency. Okay, so as far as state is concerned, governor is powerful than the CM. As per the constitution, that is correct. But still, okay, but still, we have not adopted a governor kind of government in the state. We wanted a state which is democratic. So chief minister has been voted by the people. Okay, so even though governor has got a power, he will use that power only in certain circumstances. Please write down that he will use the power only in certain circumstances. He will use that only in certain circumstances. Okay. Governor must work within the constitution parameter, not as an agent of the center. Okay, this article is not completely correct. Governor is agent of the center. That is true. He has to obey the orders given by the president on the recommendation of prime minister. Okay, so he can't say that the governor is not an agent of. He is definitely agent of the center, but how much he is exercising those powers. Okay, so a lot of example. Kerala one example is there. Then West Bengal one example is there. Let us see. West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, you know how many of you? She blocked governor in the Twitter. Okay, she removed or unblocked or say unfollowed something. I'm not following the Twitter. So the chief minister is blocking governor happened. Okay, brought out yet a governor relationship. Okay, so governor is an appointed. Very importantly, note down. Okay, he does not have people mandate, whereas chief minister is an elected government. Okay. Likewise, Mr. Dhankar and his counterpart in Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra appears to be testing the limits of power. Okay, so a lot of places in Kerala also I told Kerala also. In fact, write down Kerala government said that they need a power to recall the governor. We don't have such power. Okay, maybe a debate we can start. We can start a debate. Okay. The governors should be replaced by the state. That is what they are asking for. I don't think that is possible as such. If they want, they can bring an amendment and they can do it. Okay. But as of now, it is not possible. Okay. Testing the limits of the power conflicting elected. This is what I said. She blocked. Okay. Banerjee blocked him on the platform. I sent a message for a dialogue on harmony. Now this is like chief. He can call chief secretary. He can call director general of police. Okay, but that should not be a regular basis. Sometimes he is calling and he is asking something is okay. Okay, so these people are accountable to the chief minister only. Okay, so look at this. What the governor of West Bengal has done. He is calling all the officials and he is asking what is happening in the state and all. Okay, so he is running a parallel. Okay, anybody remember in history we have something called diarchy. When was the diarchy introduced? When was the diarchy introduced? Diarchy, we had a governor and chief minister. Both will be working. Okay, both will be confronting each other. Okay, that is exactly happening nowadays in West Bengal and Kerala. And, okay. In fact, how many of you know Puducherry? We had Kiran Bedi as lieutenant governor. She also did the same thing. But the thing is, yes, governor is powerful than the chief minister, but that does not mean that governor can act independently without the chief minister's advice. Okay, governor is just a ceremonial post. He can use his power only in certain circumstances, when a law and order issue is there or a hung assembly is there. Okay, only those occasions he can exercise power. Otherwise, he is similar to the president only. He can act on the advice of chief minister. Okay. Yeah, he has withheld assent of the Howrah Municipal Corporation bill, delaying the polls to the civic body. Okay. Now look at this. When a bill is given to the governor, he has to assign it or he has to send it back. Okay. He is delaying it, withholding. Actually, it is correct only. What he, as per the law, it is correct. Okay. But the chief minister is saying that he is delaying it. Okay, for the welfare of the people or some election. This one advantage they are not getting. Okay. He has made allegations of improper welfare schemes, questioned government claims on about investment in the state, and taken up the quarrels of opposition BJP. Okay, so see, he has any problem with the chief minister, he has to call him and directly talk to them. Okay, but moreover, he should not care about corruption. He has no such mandate at all. Okay, because the people are going for election, they will decide. Okay, now the governor should not act as the opposition. Please write on that point. Governor should not act as an opposition. Governor should not act as an opposition. That is exactly happening in West Bengal. Okay, even in Kerala also. In Maharashtra also similar things are there. Okay, so if this question arises, okay, do we need an elected governor? No. And his governor is more powerful than the chief minister? Yes. And even he is more powerful than the president in the state level. Okay, for example, president cannot like disobey, or he can remove the chief prime minister as such, not possible. But governor can remove the chief minister as such. Understood? So governor is better placed than president also. That statement is also true. But still, we are a democratic setup. We have elected the chief minister, so he should rule the state rather than the governor ruling the state. Okay, look at this. Governor view that the state assembly cannot. The governor's view that the state assembly cannot decide its own rules is unacceptable to the ruling coalition. Okay, but this is wrong. Okay, the state assembly can decide their own rule. They are elected by the people. Okay, so governor cannot say that you cannot decide any rule. Whatever rule they want, they can make it. Okay, that is what state assemblies are empowered it. Okay, so that was, he is actually, see what the problem is more severe. In fact, write down this question. The problem of or the friction between the governor and the chief minister is more pronounced in a state which is ruled by a party which is other than the central party or central government. Please write down that. This is a question. The friction between the governor and chief minister is more pronounced in those states where the ruling party is other than the ruling party in the central government. Okay, so that is why it is happening in Kerala, that is why it is happening in Tamil Nadu, that is what is happening in West Bengal. Okay, that is a problem. Okay, but that is, for example, in Tamil Nadu's case, Tamil Nadu has passed a law against the need. Okay, and they are expecting him to send to the president for his approval, but he has not sent for the approval, he sent it back. Okay, so these things. Okay, but actually read this Lakshmikant, otherwise you ask if you have got any doubt. Okay, polity is very interesting. You can learn things, questions are very direct. Okay, and it is very simple to answer. Okay, this can be a question. Okay, this first question. Any imperial overturn, that means what we had the governors of the British era, the same thing cannot be governed of this era. This era we have elected government. Okay, those era we did not have any elected government. That time governor was over powerful. Fine. So imperial overturn of governors can only do harm to the constitutional scheme of things. Okay, please take this as a question. Okay, you can write this as a question and you can send to me. Okay, if you're not got the correct answers within the same day, that is, if you're sending today, by the end of the day, but before 10 o'clock, I should be able to give you the feedback. If I have not given, please remind next day, sir, I have not got the feedback. Okay, it is my duty and responsibility to do that. Okay, guys, see you then. Bye bye.